Live in the Moment, Finding Inner Peace and Freedom. Introduction. Welcome to Live in the Moment, Finding Inner Peace and Freedom, a journey that invites you to step into the world of now. In this book, we explore the simple but profound truth that life happens in the present moment. All too often, our minds are a whirlwind of thoughts about the past and worries about the future, yet true peace is found by anchoring ourselves in today, in this very moment. This book is a guide to transforming how you live and experience life. It's about letting go of the constant chatter and finding clarity amid chaos. It's about discovering the joy, peace, and freedom that lie hidden beneath the noise of everyday life. Benefits of reading this book. 1. Discover inner peace. Through practical advice and relatable stories, you'll learn how to quiet your mind and find lasting peace within yourself. This peace is not dependent on external circumstances, but springs from a deep understanding of your true essence. 2. Embrace true freedom. Freedom isn't just the absence of constraints, but the ability to experience life without fear and anxiety about what lies ahead. This book will show you how to release the burdens of regrets and foreseeable worries, giving you the liberty to live fully in each moment. 3. Enhance your relationships. By living in the moment, you'll improve your relationships with others. You'll become more present, attentive, and understanding, qualities that nurture deeper connections. 4. Increase joy and fulfillment. Learn to appreciate the small, everyday moments that often go unnoticed. You'll find more joy and gratitude in your life, making each day richer and more fulfilling. 5. Build resilience. Equip yourself with the mental tools to handle life's challenges more gracefully. By focusing on the present, you'll cultivate resilience and adaptability in the face of setbacks and adversity. 6. Boost creativity and productivity. Being present enhances your creativity and focus. Unlock a new level of productivity as you learn to harness the power of now to advance toward your goals. As you turn the pages of this book, you'll find exercises, examples, and insights that make the practice of living in the moment accessible and impactful. Each of the 12 chapters brings you closer to a present state of being, where life is truly lived, peace is genuinely felt, and freedom is a delightful reality. Welcome to the journey of a lifetime, the journey to living in the now. Let's discover together the joy that awaits when you choose to be here, to be present, and to be truly alive. Chapter 1. The Essence of Now. In our fast-paced world, life feels like a ticking clock. We often find ourselves reminiscing about the past or planning endlessly for the future. But what if I told you that the secret to a fulfilling life lies not in the years gone by or in the ones yet to come, but in this very moment, the now? When we speak of the present moment, it's not just a pause between our history and our future. It's the heartbeat of our existence. The essence of now is the realization that life is happening right before our eyes, and experiencing it fully is the gateway to authentic joy and peace. Consider this. You're standing at your kitchen sink, washing dishes. The soap bubbles glisten in the sunlight coming through the window. Your hands feel the warmth of the water, and there's a gentle rhythm in the process. Instead of letting your mind wander to a meeting tomorrow or an argument yesterday, pause and be there. For a moment, focus on the simplicity and serenity of that task. This is a microcosm of living in the now, a demonstration of how immersing in the present unfolds layers of contentment that often go unnoticed. Living in the now is about liberation. Our minds are remarkable, but they have a tendency to drag us into bygone regrets or future anxieties. Think of a time when you were preoccupied with something distressing, distracted from everything around you. You missed the beauty of that day and the smiles of loved ones. By practicing presence, you free yourself from the bondage of time-based thinking. A crucial aspect of embracing the present is understanding why it is all we truly have. The past is immovable. We can't change it. The future, though it holds our dreams, is not guaranteed. The now is the intersection of the eternal past and the emergent future, where life breathes. Living in this moment means we can savor its richness, make wiser decisions, and cultivate deeper gratitude. Let's reflect on how focusing on now can lead to a fulfilling life. Imagine being at a concert, and instead of worrying about the traffic on the way home, you absorb the music, feel the vibration of the notes, and share the energy of the crowd. that presence becomes a memory, full and untouched by later stresses. This illustrates how being fully aware amplifies joy and builds cherished memories, nourishing our souls in ways the past and future can never accomplish. We may wonder, how do we capture the essence of now consistently? It begins with acknowledging the transient beauty in routine experiences. Through mindful watching, listening, or feeling, even simple activities hold the potential for clarity and insight. It also means accepting that not every moment will be delightful, but intentionality allows us to meet each instance with grace and understanding. Cultivating the skill to live in the now helps us respond rather than react to life's challenges. It offers a clearer perspective, fuels creativity, and enhances our ability to connect genuinely with others. By investing in the present, we begin to align with our true desires, flow with life's rhythm, and illuminate our authentic paths. Every breath, every motion, every interaction is fresh and new. The essence of now is a gentle but profound wake-up call that life's richness resides not in endless planning or lamenting, but in the conscious awareness of today. As we set forth into the adventure of each new chapter, may this presence guide us to deeper fulfillment and vibrant living. So I invite you to start noticing how you can more fully embrace each moment today. Relinquish the hold of past sorrows and tomorrow's uncertainties. Discover life's beauty in this exact heartbeat, for this is the ultimate wealth, the unrepeatable essence of now. Chapter 2. Breaking Free from Past and Future. Imagine carrying a backpack filled with rocks. Each rock represents a regret from the past or a worry about the future. As you move through life, this heavy backpack slows you down, keeping you from running freely and joyously. The truth is, many of us are lugging this invisible backpack, and we don't even realize how it drags us away from true happiness. To break free, we must learn to be present and let go of these burdens. Understanding the past. The past is like a movie that has already ended. You've watched it, learned its plot twists, and you'd think it would stay on the shelf, but often our minds like to replay it. Maybe there was an argument you wish had gone differently, or a lost opportunity that haunts you. Holding on to these memories can keep us stuck. Practical advice. Whenever you catch yourself dwelling on the past, gently bring your focus back to the present. A helpful technique is to engage your senses. Feel the ground beneath your feet, hear the birds singing, or smell your freshly brewed coffee. By immersing yourself in the present moment, you release the grip of the past. Releasing future anxiety. The future can be like standing at the foot of a mountain, staring up at a daunting climb. We worry about things that might never happen, and our mind begins to spin stories, making the climb seem even steeper than it is. But it's important to remember that the future hasn't unfolded yet. It's a moving canvas that changes with each step you take in the present. Practical advice. When anxiety about the future arises, transform your fear into planning. Write down your concerns, then turn them into actionable steps you can take today. If you're worried about a job interview, prepare and practice now, instead of worrying about how it may go later. By taking concrete steps in the present, you transform anxiety into empowerment. Balancing past and future. While it's essential to let go, it's also important to remember that the past and future hold value. The past teaches us lessons, and the future gives us goals to aspire to. However, they should not imprison our present. Learning from the past without living there and planning for the future without worrying are the keys. Practical advice. Try a daily reflection exercise. Spend 5 minutes considering what went well today and what could have been different. Then, spend another 5 minutes setting a small, realistic goal for tomorrow. This practice helps in acknowledging the past and planning the future without getting trapped. Embracing presence in everyday life. Breaking free from the chains of time isn't about forgetting. It's about freeing yourself to enjoy life now. Presence is the foundation of peace. When you connect with the now, you unlock joy, creativity, and serenity that aren't swayed by what was or what might be. Practical advice. Start small. Dedicate a few moments each day to simply breathe and be. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, let go of any tension. Feel the rhythm of your breath. This simple act can anchor you to the present, clearing away the remnants of the past and the breeze of the future. Conclusion. Breaking free from the past and future isn't a one-time event. It's a lifelong practice. By choosing to live mindfully and by not shouldering the heavy backpack of time, you allow yourself to walk lightly and freely. In this freedom, the world opens up and you can fully experience the richness of life right here, right now. Embrace today with an open heart and watch as inner peace becomes a familiar companion on your journey. Chapter 3: Cultivating Mindfulness. In today's fast-paced world, we often find ourselves lost in thoughts about what was or what will be, missing out on the beauty of the present moment. Mindfulness is the gentle art of bringing our focus back to the now, experiencing it fully and without judgment. It's like training a restless puppy to sit, stay, and just be. Understanding mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention on purpose. It's about being aware of what you're doing, where you are, and not being overly reactive or overwhelmed by what's happening around you. Think of it as giving your full attention to whatever you are doing in the moment, whether it's sipping your coffee, walking your dog, or listening to a friend. Benefits of being mindful. By being mindful, you can experience a profound sense of calm and clarity. When you're truly present, everyday stress seems to diminish and a sense of peace emerges. Scientific studies have shown that mindfulness can reduce anxiety, improve concentration, and even make you more resilient to challenges. Imagine walking into a room and having complete control over your reactions instead of being swept away by them. Simple mindfulness exercises. Here are some easy ways to weave mindfulness into your daily routine. 1. Mindful breathing. Start by taking a moment each day to focus solely on your breath. Inhale deeply, feeling your chest rise. Hold for a moment, then exhale slowly. Notice how the air feels as it leaves your body. This simple exercise can be done anywhere and anytime to bring you back to the present moment. 2. Mindful eating. Choose a snack, maybe a juicy apple. Before taking a bite, look at its color and texture. As you take a bite, concentrate on the flavors and sensations. By doing this, eating becomes a richer and more enjoyable experience, and you appreciate the food more. 3. Body scan. Take a few minutes to mentally scan your body from head to toe. Notice any tension or discomfort. Without trying to change anything, simply acknowledge how each part feels. This practice helps in fostering a deeper mind-body connection. 4. Mindful listening. The next time you're having a conversation, focus entirely on listening. Don't plan your response or interrupt, just listen. This not only improves your relationships, but also ensures that you fully understand and engage in the exchange. Mindfulness in everyday life. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily life doesn't require making big changes. Start with small steps. Turn routine activities into mindful moments. When you brush your teeth, become aware of the sounds, flavors, and feeling of the brush. When washing dishes, notice the sensation of water and soap on your skin, overcoming obstacles to mindfulness. Initially, your mind might wander or become restless. That's normal. Just gently bring your focus back to what you're doing. Setbacks are part of the journey. Teach yourself to accept them without frustration. When you notice your mind drifting to the past or future, softly guide it back to the present moment. Embracing mindfulness as a way of life. The beauty of mindfulness lies in its simplicity and effectiveness. As you practice, you will find that your awareness deepens and your experience of life becomes richer. By cultivating mindfulness, you enhance your ability to appreciate the small wonders around you, leading to a more fulfilled and joyful existence. Remember, mindfulness is not about escaping your life, but fully engaging with it, with clarity and purpose. As you continue through this book, hold on to the power of mindfulness and allow it to guide you towards a more vibrant and present way of living. Every moment is a chance to renew your perspective and live more fully. Embrace it now. Chapter 4: Finding Peace in Chaos. In the whirlwinds of life, finding peace can seem like an impossible dream. The noise of daily struggles, the rush of unexpected changes, and the unpredictability of life's challenges can make us feel overwhelmed. Yet amid this chaos, a serene center exists, a space of calm you can access at any moment. The first step to finding peace in chaos is understanding that turmoil is a part of life. Picture a stormy sea. While the surface is rough and turbulent, deep below, the ocean is calm and undisturbed. Your mind is much like this ocean. The key is learning how to sink deeper into that calm space, even when the surface feels stormy. Mindful breathing. One powerful tool to find your center is through mindful breathing. When you're caught in chaos, stop for a moment and focus on your breath. Take a deep breath in, counting to 5, hold it for a moment, and then slowly exhale out, counting to 5 again. As you breathe deeply, notice how your body feels more relaxed. This practice helps you anchor yourself in the present moment, drawing your attention away from the storm around you. Create a sanctuary. Creating a mental or physical sanctuary can also help. This could be a quiet corner in your home filled with items that bring you peace, like photos of loved ones or a favorite book. If a physical space is not possible, create a mental sanctuary by visualizing a place where you feel safe and at ease. Whenever life gets overwhelming, take a few moments to retreat to your sanctuary and recharge. Letting go of control. Understand that control is often an illusion. Trying to control everything only adds to your stress. Instead, focus on what you can control, your responses, your thoughts, and your actions. Let go of the desire to control every outcome and embrace flexibility. Life may not always go as planned, but that's okay. By accepting this, you're opening yourself to the peace found in adaptability. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is a potent tool for transforming perception. When chaos swirls around you, take a moment to reflect on what you are thankful for. It could be something as simple as a tasty meal or as profound as the support of a friend. By shifting your focus to gratitude, you can change your emotional state, creating a ripple of peace in the tumultuous tide. Stay connected. Sometimes in our struggles, we isolate ourselves. Yet connecting with others can bring much-needed comfort. Share your thoughts with friends or family, or seek out communities facing similar challenges. Knowing you're not alone can profoundly impact your state of mind, providing a sense of solidarity and peace. Embrace change as a constant. Lastly, remember that change is constant. The chaos you experience is not a permanent state. Embrace change with an open heart, for every disruption holds the potential for growth and transformation. Between the cacophony of chaos, opportunities for peace, learning, and new beginnings wait. In finding peace amidst chaos, you're not denying the reality of challenges. Instead, you accept them but refuse to let them define you. By practicing these techniques, you become like the solid rock in a river, steady and strong despite the fast-flowing water around you. Embrace your inner calm and let it guide you through the chaotic symphony of life. Chapter 5. Freedom from Mental Clutter. In our fast-paced world, our minds often feel like a crowded room full of noise, distractions, and endless lists to tick off. Imagine trying to have a conversation in a bustling cafe, with every table engaged in loud chatter. That's how our minds can feel sometimes. The key to peace lies in decluttering this mental chaos, simplifying your thoughts, and focusing on what truly matters. 1. Identify the clutter. Think of your mind as a computer with too many tabs open. The first step to freeing yourself is to identify what's causing the overload. Are they worries about the future, regrets from the past, or perhaps the constant whirlwind of daily tasks? Write them down. Seeing them on paper can ease the burden they have in your mind. 2. Prioritize what matters. Now ask yourself, which of these thoughts truly need my attention? Just as we go through our closets, removing what no longer fits, go through your mental list and decide what truly matters. Let go of what doesn't serve your growth or happiness. Focus on tasks and thoughts that align with your values and goals. 3. Practice mindful breathing. Try a simple and powerful exercise, mindful breathing. When you feel your mind racing, pause. Take a deep breath in, count to 4, hold it for 4 counts, then exhale slowly while counting to 4. Breathing helps slow your mind, acting like a reset button for your thoughts. Even 1 minute a day can make a difference in clearing the mental fog. 4. Limit information noise. We live in a world with a constant stream of information from our phones, TVs, and computers. Set boundaries for yourself. Designate certain times of the day to check social media or news. By controlling this flow of information, you reduce the mental clutter consuming valuable space in your mind. 5. Embrace simplicity. Adopt the mantra, less is more in your daily life. When a situation seems complex, break it down into manageable parts. Simplifying your environment, such as organizing your workspace, can also help clarify your mental space. An uncluttered desk often leads to an uncluttered mind. 6. Develop a routine. Routines help anchor your day. By setting regular periods for activities such as exercising, reading, or reflecting, your mind benefits from the structure. This predictability reduces the anxiety of the unknown and clears space for more impactful thoughts and decisions. 7. Learn to say no. Saying yes to everything and everyone might seem noble, but it often leads to overwhelm. Protect your time and energy. When you prioritize your well-being, you create room in your mind to focus on what's meaningful and important to you. 8. Practice gratitude. Every morning or evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for. This practice shifts your focus from what's troubling to what's uplifting. Gratitude naturally reduces mental clutter as it draws your attention to the positive, filling your mind with contentment instead of chaos. Number 9. Letting go. Exercise. Visualize holding a balloon and ends a thought weighing your mind. Picture yourself releasing the balloon into the sky. As it floats away, so does the thought's grip on you. Daily practice of letting go helps diminish the power and presence of unnecessary thoughts in your mind. Conclusion. Clearing mental clutter opens the door to clarity and tranquility. It enhances your ability to appreciate the present, make better decisions, and align your actions with your true intentions. As you embark on this journey of mental freedom, remember that every step, no matter how small, leads you closer to a life of peace and purpose. Embrace that freedom with an open heart and watch your world transform with peace and clarity. Chapter 6. Embracing Acceptance. Imagine a calm sea, undisturbed and tranquil, reflecting the sky above. This image represents the power of acceptance in our lives, like a serene sea accepting the breeze, the sun, the rain, accepting everything as a part of its existence without resistance. When we learn to embrace acceptance, we invite peace and stability into the tides of our daily lives. Acceptance is not about giving up or surrendering to circumstances without action. It's about acknowledging the present moment just as it is, without judgment. Think of a child building a sandcastle on the beach. When a wave washes their creation away, they do not dwell on the loss. Instead, they start anew, understanding that the wave is part of the experience, not an obstacle to it. Many of us struggle with the weight of the past or anxiety about the future. We fight against what we cannot change, burdening ourselves with the what-ifs and if-onlys. But when we practice acceptance, we release ourselves from this mental struggle. Accepting our reality isn't about resigning to fate. It's about freeing our minds from fighting an unwinnable battle. It's the willingness to see things as they are and derive strength from that understanding. Consider an artist painting under varying light. Instead of lamenting the shifting shadows, they adapt, seeing the light as a part of their creative process. Acceptance is similar. It allows us to adapt, think clearly, and respond to life's events effectively, rather than being paralyzed by what should or shouldn't have happened. One of the greatest barriers to acceptance is fear of the unknown and of what acceptance might mean for our lives. Yet fear loses its power when faced with acceptance. For instance, when facing unexpected criticism, instead of reacting defensively, if one accepts the criticism as an opportunity for growth, it transforms potential hurt into constructive insight. Acceptance doesn't mean we condone or agree with something negative, be it a failure or a conflict. Instead, it enables us to look at the situation without emotional upheaval. Acknowledging reality as it stands allows us to conserve energy for proactive change. Think of a gardener who embraces the cycle of the seasons. They understand that winter, with its barren frost, is necessary for spring's bloom. When we accept, we let go of the tension born from resistance and judgment. This brings about profound peace and reduces unnecessary suffering. Imagine waking up and accepting the weather as it is, without wishing it were different. On rainy days, instead of bemoaning the lack of sunshine, you appreciate the rhythm of raindrops and the promise of growth that they bring. This shift in perspective elevates your experience, fostering emotional and personal growth. Acceptance helps us to build resilience, teaching us that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can control how we perceive and respond to these occurrences. Life becomes more manageable and, importantly, more meaningful. In your journey of personal development, remember that acceptance is a skill cultivated over time. Practice seeing each moment as it is, the joys, the sorrows, the challenges, and embrace them as essential threads in the rich tapestry of your life. As you embrace acceptance, you unlock the potential to live with a serene and powerful peace, steady against the ebb and flow of life's unpredictable waves. Let acceptance be your guide to less suffering and more joy, your bridge from turmoil to tranquility. Allow it to illuminate your path toward deeper understanding and emotional growth, leading you steadfastly toward the life you envision. Chapter 7. Awakening to Joy. In the whirlwind of life, true joy often seems elusive. We chase after goals, dream of a better future, and sometimes lose sight of happiness along the way. But what if joy isn't something we need to chase? Imagine if genuine happiness were available to us right now, in the present moment. The simplicity of joy. Joy doesn't need to be complicated. Consider a child playing with a bubble. The delight they feel as it floats and shimmers is immense. They don't ponder where the bubble came from or where it will go. They enjoy it for what it is. This teaches us a valuable lesson. Joy can be found in the simplest moments. Reflect on your daily routine. Have you noticed the warmth of the morning sun on your face? The aroma of fresh coffee brewing? These are not grand events, but they can spark joy if we're present enough to notice and appreciate them. The power of gratitude. An antidote to life's complexities is gratitude. It opens the heart to joy by shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have. Let's do a small exercise. Take a moment to close your eyes and think of 3 things you're grateful for today. Feel the warmth of gratitude. It's almost like breathing life into forgotten areas of our soul. Gratitude transforms our outlook. Imagine you're stuck in a traffic jam. Instead of frustration, ponder the music playing on the radio or the companion beside you. With gratitude, the ordinary becomes extraordinary, and the present moment becomes a source of joy. Discovering joy in nature. Nature is a wise teacher in the art of present living. An afternoon walk, listening to the rustle of leaves or watching a butterfly dance in the air, brings calmness and joy. In these silent moments with nature, there's a realization that the present is abundant with beauty. As you spend time outdoors, leave your concerns behind. Nature asks nothing from us. It's content with being. Emulating this sense of being rather than doing can free us from societal pressures and lead us to genuine happiness. Letting go of when and if. Our minds often trap us in when and if thinking. I'll be happy when I achieve this, or I'll feel joy if these things happen. By doing so, we sideline the present for an uncertain future. Real joy comes from embracing now, not reserving it for later. Imagine a painter who waits for the perfect day to create a masterpiece. They may never paint a single stroke. Similarly, if we wait for the perfect conditions to be happy, joy remains out of reach. Instead, by engaging with the present moment, by finding joy in today's canvas, we lead a fulfilled life. Sharing joy with others. Joy multiplies when shared. Think of how a smile can brighten someone's day. The warmth of joy spreads, creating ripples of happiness in our communities. Acts of kindness, however small, create abundant joy. Reach out to someone unexpectedly, write a heartfelt note, lend a helping hand, or simply be there for them. In doing so, you're not just sharing joy, but also enriching your own life with deeper connections and meaning. Cherishing imperfection. We don't need perfect circumstances to be joyful. Joy is imperfect but beautiful in its unpredictability. Realize that life's mix of ups and downs adds flavor to it. Embracing this makes finding joy easier. Remember, awakening to joy is not a goal. You don't reach it and then stop. It's a continuous journey of appreciating where you are with what you have right now. As we tune into life's simple pleasures and cultivate gratitude, we find the present moment is not just enough. It is filled with abundant joy. Enjoy the journey. Chapter 8. Building Meaningful Connections. In our fast-paced world, creating and sustaining meaningful connections often feels like a daunting task. Yet, it is these authentic bonds that bring richness to our lives. They provide support, joy, and a sense of belonging. To cultivate these connections, we must learn the art of being truly present with others. This chapter will guide you on how to engage fully with the people around you, focusing on listening, empathy, and genuine interaction. The importance of being present. Being present means giving someone your undivided attention, free from distraction. When you are fully engaged with someone, it shows them that they matter. This is like watering a plant. It helps the relationship grow stronger and flourish. Imagine sitting with a friend, your phone away, really listening to what they have to say. Such moments lay the foundation for deep connections. Listening, a key to connection. Often, we listen to respond rather than to understand. Truly listening means immersing yourself in what the other person is sharing. It involves asking open-ended questions and reflecting on what the other person says. For example, if a colleague expresses stress about a project, instead of immediately giving advice, you might say, "It sounds like you've been handling a lot. How are you feeling about it?" This kind of listening isn't just about hearing words, it's about perceiving emotions and intentions. When people feel heard, they feel valued, and a space for authentic connection is created. Empathy, walking in another's shoes. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. It involves stepping into someone else's world without judgment. Imagine your neighbor shares concerns about their child's difficulties at school. Showing empathy could mean responding, "That sounds really tough. I can imagine how concerned you must feel." Such understanding builds bridges between us, allowing compassion to flow. Empathy helps us realize that, despite our differences, we share common fears, hopes, and desires. Engaging fully, mindful interactions. Often, we're physically present but mentally elsewhere, thinking about dinner, a deadline, or a personal worry. To engage fully with someone, practice mindfulness. This means focusing entirely on the current interaction. Notice their words, tone, and body language. Offer genuine responses and questions that show you're invested in the conversation. For instance, during a family dinner, turn off the TV and phones. Look each other in the eye and share stories from your day. This active participation sends a powerful message: you matter to me. Nurturing authentic bonds. To build meaningful connections, authenticity is crucial. Being authentic means presenting your true self, without pretense or masks. It involves sharing vulnerabilities, admitting when you don't have all the answers, and expressing genuine feelings. When you show up authentically, you give others the permission to do the same. Imagine telling a friend about a mistake you made at work instead of hiding it out of fear. This openness invites trust and strengthens the bond between you. Practice patience and compassion. Not every interaction will be perfect, and not every relationship will spark instantly into a deep connection. Practice patience and compassion. Relationships grow organically over time, and sometimes they require effort and nurturing. Recognize that everyone has their struggles and stories. By approaching others with kindness, you're more likely to have rewarding and lasting relationships. Conclusion: the gift of connection. Building meaningful connections is truly one of the most rewarding pursuits. By being present, listening actively, showing empathy, and being authentic, you create the space for genuine relationships to thrive. These connections enrich our lives immeasurably, providing comfort in difficult times and shared joy in moments of happiness. Through the art of connection, we realize that we are never truly alone. We belong to. Chapter 9: Overcoming Fear and Worry. In the journey of life, fear and worry often weigh us down, like shadows following us at every step. They may stem from uncertainty, challenging experiences, or unfulfilled desires, but they all have one thing in common: they rob us of our peace. This chapter offers strategies to help confront these emotions, diminish their grip on our lives, and reclaim the peace that resides within us. Embrace your fears. The first step to overcoming fear is to recognize and embrace it rather than shy away. Avoiding fear often magnifies it in our minds. Let's imagine a young artist afraid of failing. By acknowledging this fear, she opens the door to working through it. Ask yourself, what am I truly afraid of? Write it down. Giving fear a name transforms it from an abstract shadow into something tangible, something you can confront. Live in the present moment. Fear often resides in the future, worries about what might happen. By focusing on the present moment, we free ourselves from these imagined scenarios. Next time you feel worry creeping in, pause. Take deep breaths and observe your surroundings. Acknowledge the sounds, sights, and sensations of the moment. This simple act of mindfulness grounds you, pulling you back into the now, where fear struggles to exist. Challenge negative thoughts. Our minds weave narratives often based on assumptions rather than facts. It's vital to challenge these stories. If you worry that you're not good enough for a project at work, question that thought. Reflect on past achievements. Have you done well before? What evidence truly supports this worry? By dissecting your fears, you dismantle their foundation, making them less daunting. Seek support and connection. Isolation fuels fear. Sharing your worries with a friend or a mentor provides perspective and reminds you that you're not alone. In our story of the young artist, when she shares her fear with a fellow artist, she discovers that her friend shares the same feelings. Together, they support each other, turning a source of anxiety into a bond that strengthens them both. Focus on what you can control. Much of our worry stems from focusing on areas beyond our control. To reclaim peace, redirect your energy toward actions within your grasp. If you're anxious about an upcoming presentation, focus on preparation. Practice, gather feedback, and refine your message. Concentrating on actionable steps diverts energy from worrying about outcomes to bolstering confidence. Transform fear into motivation. Fear can be a catalyst for growth. Instead of letting fear paralyze you, use it as a motivational force to propel you forward. Our young artist, paralyzed by fear of her work not being good enough, decides to enroll in an art workshop. This action not only hones her skills, but also empowers her spirit, turning fear into a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Accept that uncertainty is part of life. Finally, accept that uncertainty is inevitable. Life is a tapestry of unexpected turns. Embrace this uncertainty with curiosity instead of fear. It offers countless possibilities and opportunities for growth. Our young artist learns to dance with this uncertainty, recognizing that the beauty of art lies in its unpredictability, allowing creativity to flourish. By embracing fear, living mindfully, and transforming worry into an opportunity for growth, we can liberate ourselves from mental barriers. Peace isn't found by eradicating fear completely, but by learning to navigate it with grace and courage. Remember, in the shadows of our fears often lies the light of our true potential, waiting to illuminate our path to a serene existence. Chapter 10. Owning Your Personal Power. In a world filled with distractions and endless noise, it's easy to feel like we're just a small drop in an overwhelming ocean. Yet the truth is, you have within you a well of personal power waiting to be tapped into. This power is not about control over others, but rather about taking ownership of your own life through the choices you make every single day. To realize this strength, the first step is to become more connected with the present. Embrace the present moment. Our minds have a tendency to dwell in the past or worry about the future. However, true empowerment comes when we ground ourselves in the now. Imagine sitting in a room with the gentle hum of the air conditioning, the soft breeze rustling the curtains, and the warmth of sunlight spilling in through the windows. When you focus on these details, you are truly present, and within this presence lies your strength. Start each day with a moment of mindfulness. It could be as simple as enjoying your morning beverage. Feel the warmth of the cup in your hands, savor the aroma, and taste each sip as if it's the first time. Such moments, however small, can dramatically impact your ability to step into your personal power by anchoring you in the present. Make conscious choices. When you are present, you become aware of the myriad of choices available to you. You realize that each decision, no matter how small, shapes your path. For instance, consider the decision to spend an hour of your evening reading a book that inspires you versus mindlessly scrolling through social media. One choice enriches you, while the other might leave you feeling empty. Conscious choices require brave honesty with oneself. Ask yourself, does this choice align with who I truly am or who I want to become? Does it nourish my soul and propel me forward? By making decisions that resonate with your true self, you harness your personal power, directing your life with purpose and intention. Own your story. Owning your power is also about taking responsibility for your life's narrative. We all have a story, filled with triumphs and setbacks. It's yours, uniquely written by you. By owning this story, you no longer let the past define you. Instead, you see each chapter as a lesson, each struggle as a stepping stone. Imagine a young artist who embraces all their past experiences, the ones that are painted with colors of joy and those shaded with pain, as the textures of their masterpiece. When they hold the brush, they know they have the power to transform those experiences into something beautiful. Stop waiting for circumstances to change. Acknowledge where you are now, and with courage, make the space for change to happen from within. Stepping into empowerment. As you connect with the present, make conscious choices, and own your story, you step into your true power. This isn't a seismic shift, but a gentle awakening. It's the gradual recognition that you are the architect of your own life. Every day, every moment, you shape the world around you through your actions. Remember, owning your power doesn't mean you won't face challenges. It simply means you approach them differently, with the awareness that within you lies the infinite potential to respond rather than react. So take a deep breath, feel the ground beneath your feet, and connect with the vibrant energy of now. In this moment, and every moment going forward, know that you hold your personal power. Let it guide you, support you, and inspire you to create a life filled with purpose and meaning. Closing thoughts. The journey of owning your personal power is ongoing, yet every step you take reaffirms your strength and essence. Trust in your ability to make deliberate, thoughtful choices. Let the present be your anchor as you navigate through life, always remembering that true power is born from within. Chapter 11. The Art of Contentment. Contentment. It's a word often mistaken for complacency, yet it is the golden thread that weaves through a life well lived. Being truly content doesn't mean we surrender our ambitions. Rather, it means we embrace our present with gratitude and inner peace. Imagine sitting by a peaceful lake. The water is still, reflecting the sky's azure hues. This image captures the essence of contentment. There's no rush to alter the scene, no urge to crave for a grand view. The beauty exists in its simplicity. Like the lake, when we find contentment, we reflect joy. At its core, contentment means finding satisfaction in what is, rather than what could be. Often, we chase after endless desires, imagining they hold the key to happiness. We overlook the profound joy possible in moments we already have. The secret to contentment lies in living fully in the now, embracing each moment as a precious gift. Take, for example, a young artist working on a painting. She doesn't hurry to complete it. Instead, she enjoys every brushstroke, drawing gratification from the act of creation itself. Her focus is not on the finished masterpiece, but on the colors, the textures, and the minute details forming under her care. She exemplifies contentment through the joy of the process, not just the outcome. Contentment invites us to pause and appreciate rather than rush towards an unseen finish line. Start by acknowledging what you have instead of what you lack. It could be as simple as the joy of a warm cup of tea, the sound of laughter shared with friends, or even the quiet moments of solitude. These are the treasures we often take for granted. Another path to contentment is letting go of comparison. In the age of social media, it's easy to feel others are ahead, achieving more. Yet, comparisons are thieves of joy. Understanding that everyone has a unique path can liberate us from this unnecessary burden. Appreciate your own journey, celebrating each milestone, no matter how small. The journey is yours alone, and that makes it special. As you stop comparing, you free yourself from envy and open doors to genuine happiness. Contentment also teaches us about balance. It's not about settling for less, but understanding that excess often brings more stress than happiness. True contentment is about knowing you have enough and doing your best with what you already possess. Consider a family enjoying a simple dinner together. There's laughter, stories shared, and a sense of belonging that wraps everyone as warmly as the meal. In that moment, despite the simplicity, there is fullness. It's in these moments we find life's biggest blessings. In cultivating contentment, we also discover resilience. When storms come our way, and they will, a content heart is grounded and can weather through because it understands that every challenge is temporary. Like a tree that bends with the wind but doesn't break, contentment allows us to adapt without losing our peace. To practice contentment, start by cultivating gratitude. Each day, try identifying 3 things you are thankful for. Let this gratitude fill your heart and guide your outlook. This habit invites more positive energy into your life, creating a ripple effect that enhances your overall well-being. Remember, contentment does not mean a lack of ambition. Instead, it is a satisfaction that inspires gentle actions and thoughtful progress. A mind free from excess want has the clarity to pursue goals without the pressure of desperation. The art of contentment is a delicate dance between acceptance and ambition, between presence and pursuit. When we embrace it, we find ourselves living a life where fulfillment is not a distant dream, but an everyday reality. By living fully in the moment, we realize that the true reward is, and always has been, now. Chapter 12: Creating a Life of Purpose. Imagine waking up each morning, not as a routine, but as an open invitation to live intentionally, where every action is a step towards something meaningful. Creating a life of purpose isn't about grand gestures or monumental achievements. It's about aligning your daily actions with what truly matters to you. We often get caught up in the hustle, going through motions without really contemplating why we do what we do. Living purposefully starts with understanding what you value most. Reflect on moments that have brought you true joy or a sense of fulfillment. Was it the kindness you extended to a stranger, a creative project you completed, or a challenge you overcame? These moments hold clues to your core values. Once you identify these values, the next step is to align your everyday actions with them. For instance, if one of your core values is compassion, consider how you can weave more acts of kindness into your day. It doesn't have to be elaborate. A simple act of listening to a friend or volunteering your time to help others can amplify your sense of purpose. Consider the story of Jack, a teacher drawn to community service. For years, he felt a void despite his successful career. Over time, he realized his true passion lay in enhancing community education. By dedicating weekends to mentoring underprivileged children, Jack found deeper fulfillment. His life was not just about teaching in the classroom. It was about imparting hope and transforming lives. Creating a purpose-driven life is also about stepping out of your comfort zone. It requires courage to pursue what you truly believe, even when the path is uncertain. Begin with small steps. Explore new interests, open up to different experiences, and don't fear the idea of change. With each step, you build a more rich, meaningful tapestry of existence. Furthermore, living with purpose is about embracing doubt and mistakes as natural parts of the journey. Each setback brings invaluable lessons that guide you closer to your authentic path. Remember that true purpose is not a destination. It's a lifelong journey of exploration and growth. To manifest a life of purpose, it's crucial to set intentions each day. Begin your morning by contemplating how your actions will reflect your values. Consciously decide to infuse gratitude, effort, and love into everything you do. Intentional living transforms mundane tasks into meaningful experiences and builds a life filled with significance and inner peace. As you conclude this journey of discovery, remember that the power of purpose elevates your existence from mere survival to joyful living. It's the steady alignment of your actions with your core values that truly shapes the fabric of a purposeful life. By taking deliberate, mindful steps, you create a narrative filled with meaning, a legacy of intentional living. So, as we part ways, embark on each day as a fresh opportunity to make choices that resonate with your true self. Allow the compass of your values to guide you, and watch as your actions etch a path to a life of purpose, one decision at a time.